Maryland City offers people $20,000 to move there and establish residency. Now, this is interesting. This is on the tail end, this article in Fortune, of a report that came out a few months ago about the best places where people were navigating to live in 2024 and places that where people were leaving from and trying to get away from. Now, what's really interesting when you talk about this, and places in Europe do this, like little cities in Scotland or Italy, they'll say, if you move here, we'll give you $30,000 towards buying a home or anything. They're trying to incentivize people to establish their lives there and stay there because they've got, trouble with people coming in, or maybe the city got too expensive and people have left. Now, it was interesting because if you look at where people went this year, and really the last couple of years, the biggest places that people left were the most expensive areas. Now, New York and California, people really bailed from, especially California. But what's very interesting is that dynamic that created. Most of the people from California went to Austin. And when they went to Austin, Austin completely changed. Austin, a couple of years ago, came out in this report that it said it was the #1 city in the country to start a new business in. So a bunch of people from California and other expensive places navigated to Austin and tried to run their businesses from there. So what happened is a lot of those people might have had a certain political affiliation, and when they got there, because everyone was coming there from outside of Texas, all of a sudden they went, wow, this is not at all what I thought was going to happen. So what happened? Austin prices skyrocketed and went into the stratosphere, and all these people looked around, and if they weren't from Texas already, they were like, man, it is really hot and dry here. This is not for me. Or people are really more independent minded here than I'm used to in the cities. And it's just a completely different vibe than people were ready for it. So a lot of people left Austin. Now, but this is interesting. They didn't often go back to New York and California. A lot of those people went to Montana. A lot of those people went to Tennessee, places where taxes were still good like Texas, but the climate and the political climate was probably a little bit more to their liking. So it's kind of an interesting case study when you see this navigation of people that left really expensive cities and went to other cities that were supposed to be cheap. It became such an influx of these people that people just bailed out from it and didn't want to stay when they saw that it was becoming. So now Austin's certainly still exploding and growing, but it's getting very expensive, and it's getting, quite different from a people standpoint than it was before. Now, other cities in Texas, I don't think will go this way, but Austin certainly is going to continue to progress in this manner. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys have seen people leaving your state, leaving your town, I want to know where they've gone. Did they go to Montana? Did they go to Tennessee? Did they go to Texas? Did they go to these places where cost of living was cheaper? And I know Tennessee, especially around Nashville, is getting more expensive, but a lot of places there are still cheaper other than Nashville. But it's an interesting migration and progression to watch where people are bailing out of, and I want to see what you guys have seen. I'll see you guys in the next one.